What's up, Roots? We are on our second devotion day, talking about what to do when you don't know what to do. We're picking back off what Max and Haley talked about yesterday with the story of Joseph, and recap of is who are you at home? Does it mirror who you are out in public? Sometimes we put a facade or a face, put a smile on our face, or be extra polite to others, but does that mirror who we are at home to our parents and our siblings? So this week we got two questions that we're going to discuss. So question number one.
Okay. If you were one of Joseph's brothers, how would you describe Joseph? Well, I would say Joseph is a favorite child.
Mama's boy. Probably got one extra Christmas present. Never got in trouble. And everybody else got whippings except him. We probably all have a Joseph in our family.
Mm-hmm. I do.
I can name names, but I'm not going to. Next question.
Okay. If you were Joseph, how would you describe your siblings?
Mean, bullies. Growing up, I had 3 siblings, 2 older, 1 younger. One of my siblings was very, let's say, responsible, was well grown for his age. So I was like the family clown. So
You are not.
we never really, my jokes are funny. We never really got along because he took everything so serious. But with this question, I think one thing that we realize is there's Joseph kind of people and there's the other siblings. So a lot of times we look at what we say getting on our nerves, that our siblings do certain things that get on our nerves. And we look at a lot of our siblings' weaknesses more than their strengths. So during this crazy season that we're in with this virus, like to reduce some of that chaos would be, don't look at each other's weaknesses or the stuff that gets on our nerves, but each other's strengths. So to use like example, growing up, like during this time, there's moments to where you have to be serious, you have to be responsible. So the strength of one of my brothers, would help my family out in that case. But then there's some times to where you need someone to crack a joke and lighten the mood a little bit. And that's where I come in. Even though Meg says they're not funny, but they are. But when you use each other's strengths and you focus on their strengths, it helps families get through these certain times. I can tell you, like your parents, they are under a lot of pressure right now because they're trying to keep you healthy. They're trying to keep themselves healthy. It's going crazy at Walmart. There's no toilet paper. That is a dire need. You need toilet paper. Please clean your butt. And even like jobs, some folks are closing their jobs, so even trying to figure out how to make ends meet. So there's a lot of pressure on them. So this is where, us as the children, brothers and sisters, work on each other's strengths to help the family get through this kind of stuff. So I think there's one more question.
Mm-hmm. What you have said to help Joseph approach this situation differently with his brothers?
I would say in that situation, Joseph's brothers sold him to slavery. I've never had a brother to do that, even though they might have thought about it. I've never had one do that. And I know it's somewhat probably hard on Joseph to understand some of it. Why is my brother's doing this? But also remember that there's a word that we have to use, and that's forgiveness. Because the same grace and forgiveness that God showed us, even though, we did bad stuff, we have to show others that same grace, that same forgiveness. If you read later on in that Bible, in the story of Joseph, his brothers come back, and Joseph throws them a feast, and celebrates with him. And it was pretty much like a token of saying, hey, I forgive you, even though what you did to me in the past, you're still my brother, I still love you. And those kind of moments is where, Christ-like spirit of forgiveness and showing grace and humility really helps families in this type of situation. So this whole series is on knowing what to do when you don't know what to do. And, I know your little brother, little sister, you're probably watching your favorite TV show right now because you're quarantined in your house. And they come and they steal the TV remote, want to change it. And the last thing probably your parents won't have to deal with is two kids arguing about what TV show folks are watching. So that's where you have to show grace, humility, love, and sometimes you might have to watch what your little brother wants to watch, or vice versa. So my challenge to you this week would be emphasize on each other's strengths, not focus on their weakness, and show forgiveness, show love, show humility, show grace, the same way God has showed us countless of times. And that's pretty much it. We love you guys. We miss you guys. We're going to get through this, and we can't wait to see y'all. Bye.
Bye.